crying. I'm cutting onions. So it's day 1 of Every Bit Counts Challenge. What am I working on? I was donated and I also assisted in harvesting summer squash, zucchini, crook's neck and stuff like that. 17 pounds. So yesterday, which was July 31st, I made zucchini relish. And that only made like a small dent in the 17 pounds. So today I decided to do zucchini salsa. Let me show you the ingredients I'm working with, and it's gonna give you a good idea of the recipe that I'm working on. 12 cups of zucchini. It's supposed to be shredded, but I use this one. This is a Chop Wizard. There is a smaller adapter that comes with it. And then I have onions from the garden. I needed 2 cups. That's what I have here. Then I have some peppers. Some of it comes from the garden. And sadly, tomatoes, it's not in season yet, so I had to get this from a local store. Still have some chopping to do, and then the rest of the recipe. In here, I have 12 cups of zucchini that yesterday I cubed, and I put some salt, and then I drained them, washed them, drained them, and then 2 cups of diced onions, 1 green pepper, 1 red pepper. Then I added 1.5 frozen, not chipotle, well, the hot pepper, I forgot the name, not Anaheim. Anyways, it's a hot pepper I had in the freezer. And then 12 cups of tomatoes. So the recipe says not to remove the skins. I did. And then I have spices. So here I have a teaspoon of pepper, a teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of cumin. It said garlic powder, a tablespoon, but I added garlic from the garden. And they're suggesting cayenne pepper flakes. I'm going with a teaspoon of chipotle spices that I had. And then in my regular salsa, I use apple cider vinegar. So since this is a new recipe, I decided to go 1-1. So I have 2 cups, one of them being regular vinegar, the second one is apple cider. And then we have brown sugar, 1.5 cups. I have a video about how I make my own brown sugar. I'll try to tag it in the description below. So this needs to cook down before we can water bath it and put it into jars. The recipe is about 8 pints. I forgot mustard seeds, so a tablespoon. Now this needs to cook down for a little while. Second recipe of the day is dill pickles, and I also harvested some blueberries with the kids during the day, out and about, and then I decided to wash them and freeze some blueberries. Recap of today: frozen berries, 8 pints of salsa, and 5 pints of pickles. Day 2 of the Every Bit Counts Challenge. Peaches are on special. I got 14 cases in total. I'm hoping to have about 20 to 30 liters in the pantry, and I'm canning them in light syrup, and I'm using the recipe in my ball book at page, hold on, the book was out, so page 150, and it is a long process, so you need to blanch them, then peel them, then core them, and I quarter them and put them in
1 liter jars. So it's gonna be a full day of work, but you guys are only gonna see the jars at the end. So it's probably this will be the only project I'll be doing today. So I was 3 batch in the water bath and it gave me 18 1 liter jars. Since I had some help with the peaches, I had time to squeeze in another recipe. I decided to do zucchini in pineapple juice and can it. It's the first time I'm doing this. I have no idea what this will do, but I'm told that the zucchini will then taste just like pineapple. So let's see what all of this do. So recap of today, I have canned peaches in syrup. I have 18 1 liter jars, like this. And I am doing a half recipe of pineapple look-alike zucchini. I had not enough to do a full recipe. So that is for today, day 2. See you on day 3. Today's about corn. I have a couple projects to do with that, and I also harvested a little over 4 pounds of green beans from the garden. I'm also blanching some cauliflower. I harvested it earlier last week. The process of blanching is to neutralize the enzymes and to make sure that they hold up pretty well in the freezer. And after the blanching, it's in an ice bath to neutralize the cooking. Now on to the green beans. I've done a full video about green beans, so you can go catch that, but I'm doing 5 quarts today. So basically, I'm adding water and salt to each of the jars. Now on to the corn. I'm removing the corn off of the cobs. I have a little over 2 dozen to do, and I will be counting them in pint-sized jars. Same thing, I'm following the recipe from my ball book, and I'm washing them, removing the silk, and then using a knife, just removing all the corn, making sure not to scrub the corn. And then once that is done, I'll be putting them into the canning jars. The process of filling the jars is loosely packing the corn inside the pints, not tapping, just very loosely, because after that we'll be adding water and salt. The headspace for this is a loose 1 inch. I'm adding half a teaspoon of salt per jars. This is totally optional, but I prefer the taste of adding salt to my corn, my beans, my beets, my carrots when I pressure can them. Then it's adding boiling water, headspace 1 inch, and then it's the debubbling, making sure that there is still 1 inch headspace, and then the canning process can start. Sneak peek of tomorrow. So this is 26 ears of corn. So the corn is canned. I have 2 bay leaves, the equivalent of 2 onions. I have 4 cloves of garlic, some thyme, some parsley, some salt, and I put some peppercorn and 7 quarts of water. This is in my 16 quart roaster, and it will cook on low for a couple of hours, and then I will be pressure canning corn broth tomorrow. Recap of day number 3. So I have pressure canned 10 pints of corn, 26 ears, and then 5 quarts of green bean. See you on day 4. day number 4. So today was a complete chaotic, crazy day. I wasn't able to film anything, but the broth stayed in the roaster almost 24 hours and strained it, and it gave me 4 quarts and 1 pint, and I used the vegetable broth processing time. So that was my canning for today. It's a small batch, but you know, it catches up at the end of the month. See you on day 5. I know, more zucchinis. So this is 20 pounds of second quality, a deal I found, 20 pounds for $8. I decided to do a test run on a half a recipe of pickled zucchini. So I have some dill bouquet. The vinegar is infused with onions and garlic. And from what I'm reading, pre-cooking the zucchini, like hot pack, prevents siphoning. So I don't know if I'll do the 2 ways or not, but I'm gonna try at least this way to see if we enjoy hot packing zucchinis. I'm adding turmeric and a couple of peppercorn. After that, I add the hot liquid, measure the headspace, debubble, and do the canning water bath process, which was 10 minutes. I'm feeling adventurous today. So yesterday we have made pizza like every Friday night, and then my husband had this wonderful idea to cut up some zucchini, take out some of my garlic scape pesto I've made, and cook the zucchini in that, and then add it on the pizza. Well, it was one of the best pizzas I've ever had. So I'm gonna try to freeze some, and then once it comes to reheating them, mix them with my garlic pesto and put it on pizza, or just use them on stir fry. But to freeze them, we need to blanch them for 1 minute. Boiling water, add zucchini, 1 minute timer, and then once that is done, I plunge it into cold water with some ice. I'm trying vacuum sealing this year to see if it has a better effect than in my gallon bags in the freezer. I'm also trying cucumbers to add to smoothies. I have so much cucumber this year, so let's hope it works. Recap day 5. So I have 5 bags like this of sliced zucchini, 1 bag of peppers, 2 bags of cucumbers, and 4 pints of pickles. Thanks for watching. See you on day 6.